Hello and welcome to Pilgrims to the Premier League episode 45, a Football Manager 2021 series here on Boston United FM. We took over Boston United in National League North with the solitary aim of reaching the top level. This is season 9 and we're now in the Premier League. 5 promotions, all of which earned by winning the league. Can we survive at least one season with the big boys? In the last episode, we got through to the EFL Cup final despite losing the home leg of the semi-final 2-1 to Wolves. Our 3-1 win at Molineux saw us come through to play Frank Lampard's Chelsea at Wembley, which is today's match. We've only picked up 1 point from the 4 Premier League games since, as we gave away a 2-goal lead at Brentford. We also lost to Wolves as they got revenge. We have dropped to 16th, just 2 points clear of the drop zone, but we still have some games in hand. Today's opponents, Chelsea, are flying high in second, trying to catch Liverpool. In our league meeting, Chelsea thrashed us 4-0 at Stamford Bridge. Jerome Opoku is back from the African Cup of Nations and slots back in alongside Josh White in defence. Enoch Amuzu gets a start in midfield, replacing Niall John. Ruben Osborne and Shane Desmond are our wide players, hoping to provide chances for Ty Sodji up front. Pablo Moreno has recovered from his injury and is on the bench. This is our first Wembley Cup final since losing to Oldham Athletic in the FA Trophy final 6 years ago. We haven't won at Wembley in any of our 4 visits since taking over at Boston United. 5th time lucky? This is definitely a match we're not expected to win. Chelsea must be red hot favourites. We're struggling to fight against relegation. We've dropped like a stone over the last couple of months or so. But Chelsea, they've got the players. They've got Lukaku up front. He's gone back to Chelsea. Kai Havertz is still there. Fikayo Tomori has been there all of his career, presumably. And even Kepa Arrizabalaga is on the bench. But hopefully we've got some players to score some goals and win us the EFL Cup. This is a chance to get into Europe. Let's pump these players up. It's time to put an end to this poor run of form. Go out there and make it count. We've got some motivated players. Let's get into the tunnel for an interview with this being a big game. Can we win the EFL Cup? I think it's going to be a test of character. Yes, Chelsea are the clear favourites, but we'll be quietly confident we could do it. As always, 4-2-3-1 for us. There you can see our recent form. 4 losses out of 5 plus 1 draw. Chelsea, also 4-2-3-1, but they've won their last 5 games in a row. Teams are walking out at Wembley. And we're kicking off. Got an early throw down the right-hand side. Here's Amuzu, switches it out to Thomas. He goes into the area. I think he hits the post. Another throw in with Edwards. Gives it to White, who's been in good goal-scoring form over the last few weeks. Can he get his cross in? No, he gets it to Osborne. Back to Amuzu. What can he do with it? Tries to find a bit of space. Now Woods picks it up. Some neat little passing play in the midfield. Now out wide to Edwards. Through to Osborne. He's through, but it's a good save by the Chelsea goalkeeper. But we do get a corner to be taken by Woods. And we've just headed it wide. Chelsea with a throw this time. With Stapley. Cross ball coming to Doku. And he's put Chelsea 1-0 up. Jeremy Doku, 14th goal of the season. From the left-hand side, receives the ball in acres of space, to be honest. And he just puts it into the far corner. Chelsea coming forward again. Kai Havertz has it on the left-hand side. Tries to switch it, but we do pick the ball up with Sodji. Here's Desmond, player on loan, through to White. But his shot is saved and then picked up and cleared. Throwing deep in the Chelsea half with Edwards. But it's cleared now. Here's Doku, the goal scorer, running at us, gives it to Lukaku. Through on goal, and it's 2-0 to Chelsea. Devastating counter-attack by Chelsea there. We lost the ball from the throw-in. Doku runs quite a long way with it, feeds Lukaku. No one's going to stop him as he goes through on goal. Left foot finish. 2-0. Free kick with Doku, gives it to Tomori, but his volley goes wide. We bring the goal kick out of defence. Apoku on the ball, forward to Desmond. He's got a bit of space to run into. Gives it to Thomas, his left back. Can he get a cross in? No, it's blocked and it goes back to Felgueras. Here's Havertz up front to Stapley. He gets his cross into Soler. And Carlos Soler has put Chelsea 3-0 up. We don't deserve this. We've played pretty well. Chelsea have pretty much scored with every attack they've had. Too much space in the wide areas. Soler just runs onto it and sticks it in the top corner. And we go in at the break 3-0 down. Not really sure how. Chelsea have been very much devastating on the counter-attack. We've had some good chances. We hit the post really early on when it was 0-0. But we've come in and we've pretty much lost the game already. It would take a miraculous recovery to get anything from this, even to get it into extra time. But we'll pump the players up. We'll go for the revenge team talk. See what happens. Amuzu is anxious. Everybody else is either composed or motivated. Let's hope we can get a goal in the second half and at least get something out of this game. Free kick to Chelsea outside the penalty area. They're going to have a shot. Celso Young, and he makes it 4-0. The man who got a hat-trick in the league game against us earlier in the season, he picks one up today. Just his 7th goal of the season, so he obviously likes playing against us. But the keeper's got to do better with that one. Chelsea try to come forward again, but we do pick the ball up. Now Carragher has come off the bench, running down the left-hand side. Gives it to Osborne. And he's got a goal at Wembley. Makes it 4-1. Just over 7 minutes to go. It's not going to happen. But if we can get a couple more, you never know. Good driving run from Carragher. Great finish by Osborne. 4-1. Chelsea looking for a 5th. Stapley on the ball, gets his cross into Celso Young, but I think he might be called back for offside. He definitely looked like he was a little bit too far forward. It's being checked. And it's offside. He's a good yard or two off. Rightly disallowed by VAR. And Chelsea line up to pick up the EFL Cup. Definitely the better side over the 90 minutes. We started brightly, but fell away pretty much as soon as Chelsea got their first goal. And they get their European spot guaranteed for next year. I'm going to stick my hands on my hips. We were the underdogs. We gave it the best, but we're just not good enough to compete at the higher end of the table just yet. Definitely disappointed with the way the final went. Didn't really play our best, but we did pick up a goal at least. Don't really want to comment on individual stuff. A little bit of prize money, but I do imagine that we get a decent amount of gate receipts, but at this level it doesn't really matter. We're getting millions each week through TV revenue. 23.5 grand given to the squad for reaching the final. And we were named as the biggest overachievers, our first season at the top level, and we've reached a cup final. Now we're out of both domestic cup competitions, it's just the Premier League to concentrate on. We have got another game in a few days away at Derby County. We're going to have to start picking up some points just to make sure we don't get dragged into that relegation zone. We've got games in hand, but we need to pick up the points from them. We've got quite a tough end to the season, especially right at the end. We do play Chelsea and Manchester City in 2 home games right at the death. We've got Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal coming up in March. Looking at the fixtures, April has got to be the one where we pick up the points we need, playing against some teams in the lower half of the table. But the next episode, we're going to go straight through to May. We're going to play those games against Chelsea and Manchester City. And let's just hope that we survive. We may suffer a couple of defeats and rely on results elsewhere to keep us up. Or you never know, we might pull off a shock victory and stay at the top tier. But if you've enjoyed the content of this episode, please don't forget to leave a like. And for more videos, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.